Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. Today we're going to jump straight into the video and I will show you the two preview copies that I received from Rockpool Publishing. I let you make your mind up as to these copies. I was curious about the Oracle of the Universe by Stacey DeMarco just because, as you know, I'm into this constellational astrology, through sidereal astrology, and this particular oracle is about seeking wisdom and guidance from the expansive energies of the universe, and it includes constellations, nebulas, stars. So even though the artwork in this particular one it's illustrated by Kinga Bridgky, it's not my favorite art. I'm not a fan of that kind of AI looking, artwork. I'm sure a lot of people will like it, but the subject matter was interesting, so I wanted to check it out. And there was another oracle that I really wanted to kind of review for you. I wasn't sure about this one. I thought some of the art looks quite cute. I feel like this Witching Hour oracle would be great for like young witches, based on the artwork and the book. It's kind of like, very basic witching stuff, but I will show you two of those decks, and as I said, make up your mind about it and let me know what you think. Any of these do you fancy? Pros, cons, I would love to hear from you. Okay, so let's just jump straight into the video now, and I'm going to change the camera, show you all the cards without much talking, and maybe just share a couple of my thoughts about it. Right, let's just start with this Oracle of Universe by Stacey DeMarco. As you can see, it comes with the little white book. In general, from the technical point of view, I mean, this is still this kind of like laminated paper, but it comes edged. The cards are smaller than Rockpool used to put out. Like now, as you can see, they come like in a regular, kind of bit bigger, but regular like tarot boxes. Rockpool used to have those big flip-through boxes, and even though the cards didn't used to be much smaller, but I mean bigger, they are still a little bit smaller these days, or at least this, these decks that I have received. And I like it. I think this is a good step forward. We don't need huge cards. But yeah, the boxes are really nice, and I think for the retail price that it's selling for like $24.95 or £18.99, that's pretty good value for what you get and how the decks look these days. I'm actually excited about how that changed. Before that you got it from like indie decks. So in the book you get like introduction, how to use the cards, Oracle of the Universe, and then we have constellations, so that's interesting to me. Different constellations, you have nebula and you have bright star, Sirius, Alpha, Vega and Canopus. So we're going to I show you all the cards, and then we're going to pick one card and see what the book says about it. As I said, the artwork itself, it is cosmic. It does have this sense of feeling cosmic, but yeah, it's not my favorite artwork. So I don't like those realistic type of imagery, but it's interesting, I'm sure a lot of people will like it. I'm just really interested in the subject matter and the constellations, and curious what Stacey has to say about it. When I used to live in Australia, Stacey DeMarco, she was really famous there. So you've got the typical Australian, so it's the Southern Cross. You can't see it from the Northern Hemisphere, but you can see it from the Southern Hemisphere. saw this constellation, Cassiopeia, in the skies 2 days ago. Pride, okay. Maybe we'll read about this one actually. What do you say? I hope you don't mind. It's not going to be random. Okay, so the edging is cool. So let's just take a look at that Pride and Cassiopeia constellation. So the book is, you just look for the number. So here we go, Cassiopeia, Pride, and you can see that it says celebrate your achievements, but not by boasting. Humility is needed. An arrogant or boastful person around you may soon see consequences from their hubris. Shame is a complex emotion and it's there for a reason, just like anger, but we should never hold on to shame for long. A healthy amount of pride is good. You should love who you are and what you can achieve. Do not compare yourself to others. You know, it's okay. It's not like my favorite write-up ever, and not too inspiring for me, but it's you know, it is what it is. And then we go into Cassiopeia, was the queen or Ethiopia, a wife of King Cepheus. She had a daughter Andromeda, who was a great beauty. The Nereids were the sea nymph daughters of Nereus and Doris. They were a deity of great beauty and represented all aspects of the ocean's richness and bounty. They protected those who made their living on the sea, sailors and fishermen, and were often seen assisting those who had been caught in storms and shipwrecked. So here we have the history of Andromeda, or one of the mythos connected to Andromeda. You also get where the constellation can be found, when it's best visible, and also International Astronomical Unit tag and how to view it, and words of power. I can be successful and mark my triumphs, as well as show humility. So this is how the booklet kind of is set up to read. So there we go. So we're going to look at the Witching Hour Oracle now, Awaken Your Inner Magic, by Lorraine Anderson, and illustrated by Olivia Birkey. And I think I prefer this artwork to the Oracle of Universe myself. But as I said, artwork, you know, it's very subjective. It's up to and the beauties in the eye of the beholder, right? But I really enjoy the way Rockpool published these decks. Very cool. I like the edging that goes with the little numbers, and I like the tone of this deck. But here we go with the artwork, and I feel like it could be great for the younger witch because of just how the artwork looks. You know, if I'm a serious magician, this feels playful, this feels a little bit more childlike, this feels like, you know, I would give it to my daughter if I had one. But I think it's beautiful. I think, you know, it gets like some really lovely cards, and the keywords and the names of the cards. So it seems like the card gets a name, like to the grave, and the keyword is secrets. Witching herbs, nourishment. These ones are quite cute, like, and I think, you know, easy to connect to. So this oracle, I feel, has maybe even like a bit more value to me from the keywords themselves, and I can read it much better intuitively than the artwork of Stacey DeMarco's deck. I like this one. It has also a little bit of, you know, mismatch. So you get positive, negative, neutral, and so on. I think for like a beginner, a witching person, or a child or young people, it's going to be a cool deck. And I used it a couple of times for myself and for other, like for friends, for clients, and I got like split messages. Some said it worked really great with, you know, the like spot on, and for other people it just didn't work. So I feel this deck particularly will work for people who are into magic, who are doing you know, like magic, or consider themselves practicing witches or starting witches, because it's, yeah, the subject matter is really focused on yeah, making magic. So for people who are not into it, when they get like familiar, or you know, Witch of the Woods, even though you know what it's about retreat, so it doesn't, you don't have to be a witch to go to a retreat, but people kind of are really, you know, focused on the witch aspect of this deck. So if you're not into like witching, witchy and so on, you better skip this one. But other than that, I feel this deck is pretty cute. So I'm going to pick one card and let's see. This is for us. So, one of my favorite. I like this one, the Sacred Vows. And it can be about commitment. I like it also because, of course, it seems like it has planets. There's a lot of, you know, ideas that you can draw from the image itself. I like this image. I think it's pretty cool. So let's see number 15. What do we get? Sacred Vows. So in the book, you get the keywords: commitment, devotion, belief system, prayer. She gives you also Tarot Companion, which would be justice. Mythics and witches are governed by higher laws. Spirit works through them, channeling love, healing, abundance, self-sovereignty, and compassion for humanity. It is these beliefs guiding the witch through life, and she's committed to honoring the task placed upon her shoulders. This card represents the driving beliefs behind your choices. What is your moral compass? What keeps you aligned to your soul's nature and gives you a bump when you're deviating from your path? What are you passionate about? What are you committed to? What moves you, moves through you, and inspires you? The Sacred Vows guides you to devote yourself to what brings you joy and pleasure, to do more of what excites you, embrace both the simple and complex joy in life, and allow the things that bring you rapture to be held in your life as sacred. Should this card happen to fall out of the deck and land in the reverse, or if you feel you are lacking an ethos to guide your path, it is an invitation to spend more time in prayer, connecting to the higher power to best support, and that best supports your path. And there is companion cards that you can work with or pull with, and she gives you, like, you know, a couple of other cards from the deck. In the book you also get how to use the cards. You are the magic, all the cards that are listed, and quite a few spreads in the beginning. So this is pretty cool. I think for, you know, a young person, young witch, this would be a really nice gift. So these two decks are coming in September, maybe, I feel. And this is from Rockpool Publishing. I really like how they publish these decks right now, that they're not too huge. You don't get too much plastic or extras. You just get a little book, and everything is visible. You get edging. Well done, Rockpool. Let me know, guys, if you like the decks. What do you think? Whom would they be good for? And thank you, Rockpool, for sending those advanced copies. Yeah, keep improving, you know, keep giving us more in-depth, maybe, subject matter in the oracle decks. I would love to see a little bit more, maybe serious, darker artwork. Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks for watching. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye.